because she's the vice president and she doesn't have the authority to do so. She's not a policymaker. You don't know what you're talking about.
But when she was running for office, she could have said, I want these files released. We need to press for them.
So you're angry at Kamala Harris because when she was running for office, she didn't bring up the Epstein files. But yet the man who you voted for, who's the president of the United States now, and the leader, you're missing the point. The leader of the free world. You want to talk about Kamala Harris, who at one time was the vice president, but yet you don't want to talk about Donald Trump, the guy who you voted for, and you don't want to admit the fact that you voted for a pedo, and you voted for a guy who's an adjudicated abuser. You voted for him knowing all those things. You knew that he was an adjudicated abuser.
The evidence for those, I mean, I see you.
You don't have all the evidence because you weren't a juror. You were not a juror. You didn't see all the evidence.
I notice how you never want to say that was in a criminal court because it didn't happen in a criminal court. So
first of all,
out of a criminal court.
So first of all, just because somebody is adjudicated and found liable doesn't mean they didn't do it and didn't commit a crime. That's number one. Number two,
there's no significant evidence he raped that woman.
So first of all, you don't know what all the evidence is because you weren't on the jury. You don't know. We don't have all the evidence. The jury did, and they found him liable for abuse.
For $86
I would
million.
also say that you're also assuming that the 30+ women that have come forward that have accused him of abuse are lying. They're not telling the truth, including his ex-wife, in court documents who testified under oath that her husband abused her. So you think his ex-wife, hold on. According to David, because David is a very logical guy, E. Jean Carroll's lying. Donald Trump's ex-wife is lying. The 25 other women that have accused him of it are all lying.
I'm not saying they're lying.
No, that's what you're saying. Make no mistake about it. That's what you're saying. I'm showing you the evidence. Okay. No, I'm putting words in your mouth. I'm putting words in your mouth, and perhaps you should take a body part of Donald Trump.
He lost the lawsuit.
Perhaps you should put a body part of Donald Trump out of your mouth, David. What do you think about that? Because that's what you do. Every single time you call into the show, get the hell out of here. You wear the Donald Trump knee pads 24/7. You make excuses for Donald Trump 24/7. You don't believe any of the victims. You play stupid. Oh, I didn't hear that. Oh, Donald Trump admitted to that. Donald Trump could admit to the worst crimes in the world, and your defense would be, well, it's the Howard Stern show, so who cares? Your excuses are pathetic, quite frankly, David, and you are pathetic. You call into this show and you make excuses. You want to talk about Kamala Harris because she didn't talk about the Epstein files on the campaign trail, but you don't want to talk about all the evidence that shows that Donald Trump is in there and he does not want people like you to see the truth. And you're the type of person where even if he was in there and the truth was all exposed, you would still support him because you like his immigration policy. Have a nice day, David.